you're traveling somewhere. Hopefully you're really excited about it. Bags are all packed, all ready for your final destination, but that means that you have to fly there. And sometimes we don't like flying because we're stuck on an airplane. Let's use yoga on our flight to make the trip a better experience. So one of the things you can do as you wait for your flight is a standing down dog. So you can use this piece of luggage to stretch out your body even before you get on the plane. If you're feeling extra mobile, you can bring that foot up and begin your stretching here. So working on opening up behind the hamstrings, rolling the shoulders back, lifting your heart over your toes. People might start to look at you funny, but it's okay. They might join you. You never know what you can start when you just, live your life. Do what feels good for you. If you know you need to get a little bit of cardio in before you sit down for hours and hours and hours, maybe you want to do some of these, Really important rule, dress comfortable. You made it. You found your aisle. Then you get into your seat in the middle if you're with people you love, I hope, on both sides of you. So you get yourself situated, listen to your music, eat your snack, read your wonderful book. And then there comes a point when you get really restless in your seat. You kind of feel claustrophobic. That's the moment where you want to start deep breathing, ujjayi, and also begin your stretching. Tell the people on both sides of you, I'm about to stretch, you want to join me? So first thing you do is slide to the front of your seat here, take your hands on your knees and round the spine, chin to chest, and then bring your shoulder blades towards each other, lift your heart to the sky. So this is seated cat-cow. You want to breathe nice and deep while you do this. Find a neutral spine and take your first twist. Looking behind you on the airplane, maybe giving some looks to that kid behind you who won't stop kicking your seat. But keep those stretches as long as you can. This feels really nice in your spine. And then you go for that imaginary apple picking or turning on the fan or the lights above you to stretch out that lateral wall. And if you do know the people on both sides of you, say, hey, I'm coming your way. Grab for the outside of their thigh and take it for as deep a stretch as you can. If it's your kid on this side, you can maybe tickle their ears, give them some high fives, and take it to the other side. Maybe your spouse is in the center aisle, and you stretch his or her way and give them some kisses, and just hang out here as long as you can, and they might start tickling you. It's all good. So we get really restless leg syndrome, some of us. So back it up and bring those knees up. And just do this, it feels really good. Just getting the heart rate up and moving those legs. Also know that it feels really nice to just bring the chin to the chest and move through opening up the neck. You can do this while you're sitting or standing. You can add the hand for an extra resistance to stretch out the neck. And if you do have the space and you're able, as you're sitting down, knowing both people on both sides of you, sit deep, deep back through your chair, lean forward, and then take chin to chest and let your head hang below the heart. Anytime you can get your head below the heart center, you're reversing blood flow in the body, and it just feels really restorative. You come to that natural energy, and then you roll it up one vertebrae at a time here, and just slowly come back to a seated place. If you need to build courage to do some stretching at the back of the plane, you can build courage this way. Take a moment to assess your balance, how's it feeling? And you're gonna maybe use these or not as you stretch on the back of the plane. So first thing, stretch it up in mountain pose, do a forward fold, reach towards the aisle, release your head down. In the bottom of this forward fold, gentle bend at the knees if you're really stiff, allow yourself to go deeper, grab onto the back of the calf muscles, and then bend the knees, roll it up one vertebrae at a time, take your time. Stretch your hands back up to the sky, take a deep inhale here. Bring hands behind you, standing camel pose. Lifting up through the heart, that's going to feel really nice. Then as you exhale, bring the knee in. And you can do this as long as you have the time, the space, and keep breathing. Once you've done that a few times, go ahead and grab onto the bathroom door or wall in front of you and just bring your knee up, heel towards the glutes, and then stretch it behind you as much as you're able, so you're stretching out the hip flexor muscle because it's very tight as you sit down all day. So once you've done a few of those, take your hands to the sky and sit deep into an imaginary chair here and begin to twist. Elbow on the outside of the knee, hand down, and then look up to the sky if you can. Breathe it here. Get back to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, switch sides. And then you can let that go. Forward fold, shake up the head. Some yeses, some nos. I'm glad I'm going somewhere. I'm not happy I'm on plane. I'm making the best of it, rolling it up to standing. Feet as wide as you can in that tiny little space, and just reach your hip in the opposite direction and stretch it out here. Breathe and stretch. This should feel really, really nice. Modified down dog. Again, if you have the space, grab onto the back of that sleeping person's chair and stretch your hips back. And bring it up. If you're able and you feel comfortable, your knees are okay, get down into a low runner's lunge. Again, holding both sides of the plane to support you. This is really good stretching the hip flexor muscle. And then you can straighten the front leg and dive it forward into a standing pyramid pose, keeping our hips level and extending through your heart center. And step it back up to neutral and other side. Just slide that back foot back, hold and breathe. Deep breath here. Again, this feels wonderful for the hip flexor muscle. And slide it back up, extend the heart forward, pyramid pose, grabbing onto the hips. We can come into a pigeon pose here at the back of the plane. Again, you guys do this pose, it feels so nice. You can support yourself. Really take care of your body as you travel. Do forward folds as many times as you can. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, release forward fold. Sitting in your chair, standing. So this becomes very fluid for you. Good. I hope that stretching out on the airplane made you feel really good. Have a great trip. Namaste.